Yo guys, I'm HP. This is Dr. Pink. Today's color is orange because we're gonna play Bossa Nova, which is mostly orange. We're talking about You Are the Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder. I created a very cool arrangement for you guys. Created a backing track. I'm gonna show you how you can play this on guitar. It's really fun. And that means for me, sight reading time again, since I don't know the theme by heart. So, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. And so on. Oh yeah. And so on and so on. As already said, I created a cool arrangement for you guys. It's not hard to play, but it's hard to know by heart, and I want to do the exact version which is written in the real book. That's why sight reading. But honestly, I'm more a fan of playing it out of the guts. So once you learn the theme, you can more variate a little bit with the rhythm, the way you like it. But so we're gonna check out now the theme and the chords and a few ideas how to do the improvisation. So let's get started. Okay guys, the beginning is probably the most challenging part of the tune, at least from the technical side, because you have to play exactly what is written there. It starts with a C major 9 chord. Here, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. And you have to play the rhythm, and in Bossa Nova you have a lot of offbeats, so you better get used to offbeats, and it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. That's the rhythm of the first part. So 3, 4. That's the first part. And if you play a pick player, I use chicken pick. See? To get the proper effect. And then comes the hard part. Well, it's not so hard. It's a little run. What's on the run? It's a figure in the whole tone scale. What is the whole tone scale? It's a scale. You can start it anyway. It starts here on the E flat. Here. It is all in whole steps, and that makes it really simple. You could play this figure just if it's too complicated for you, you can just go up here and just always move it up one whole step. But maybe that's not so convenient, and I divide it. It starts, and here I go to the next two strings. So you're not so much walking on the entire fretboard, but you can do both. So we have like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you play the whole thing again. That's probably the most challenging part of the tune. Then I decided to play the melody 1 octave higher, because it has this tune has this really nice shiny vibe and sounds way nicer in the higher position. So we're playing here basically we're playing in the C major scale here, but it will also change the key. We will talk about this later. So it starts here. Now we have the problem here because we have a lot of offbeats, but I can figure out the first 3 bars, and then you know basically how the second part is played, because it's the same rhythm figure and that makes the tune. It starts on 2 and, so 1, 2 and 3, 4, and then it comes all off beats. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can do it with alternate picking, then you always know where the offbeat is, you know. 3, 1, 2. Oopsie. Let me quickly show you. You have to do sight reading and keeping the camera position. So 1, 2. So it's all off beats. It's quite simple. Then you have a long break, and then comes a quite similar figure. And then the whole thing repeats again. So let's do the first part together with the backing track. Repeat it again. Okay, now comes the second part. Let me quickly set a marker here that we don't have to play the whole thing again. The second part is also always the same rhythm figure. We have the typical, this here. So we start, I'm sorry I have to stay in the picture, it's really hard because I'm always watching the notes. Okay. We are here in the same position again on 2N, 1, 2. Again, basically the same rhythm figure. We start with, we do all offbeats of the 1, 2. And the repeating figure is also all offbeats. And then the whole thing comes again, but then it resolves differently. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, and then it changes key. It goes to A major for 2 bars. It plays the same figure here in A. It's a quite common composition technique. You just move the whole thing 1 triad. In this case, it goes 1 triad down. And then it already, after the second bar, being in A major, it already changes again to A minor. Here, this is the C is the minor triad of A minor, which is the next chord. And then we're going back in the original position. And then the whole thing goes on. So let me play the second part now with the backing track. and so on. That's basically the theme. To learn the rhythm, just check out the rhythm music. I have it here on the real book, or I wrote down the whole thing as tabs. It's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. So now let's check out the chords. The chords, of course, they have to be below the melody and support the melody a little bit. So the beginning, the intro is clear, as already told. Now we start the section. We have C. So the next chord is a G with the F in the bass, and then we follow the chord. So the melody. And here we also follow the melody, E minor 7, and then we go to A7 flat 13. Then D minor, we take this one here. Okay. To G7, to C, and then D minor 9, and then G sus. So let's do this now. This sus is honestly, it's quite hard to grab, but it's a really wonderful chord. What you're doing, you do an F, then an F9, and with the thumb you take the G. I know it's a hard one, but it's a really nice one. Okay, now the B section. I'm really having a hard time to stay in the in the picture. Okay, that one is C major 7 to D minor, as before, to C major 7 3 times, and then it goes to B minor 7 flat 5, the regular one here in the 6th fret, 7 7 7 6 to E7. Then we go to A major, to B minor 7 to E7, and then we have A minor. We just make like this: A minor major 7 to A minor 7 to D9, and then D minor 7. Then we take a D minor 9 to a G13, and then we are at the end of the tune. So let me quickly play the chords here. So these were the chords. Now let's talk about the improvisation. That one is quite hard to play, I must say. The best would be again here on bossa nova tunes. The best option often is that you follow the melody more or less, and then play around the essential chords, which would be We have, when we check out the chords, C to G with F in the bass. There I would suggest just to play C major pentatonics to E minor. Here we can stay there, but now on the A7 we really figure out the C sharp of the A7. Then we have a 2-5 in C. There we just play regular C, or 2-5-7 in C. And that repeats all over. Again, we have the second part, we have C major 7. There's 1, 2, 5 to 1, 2, 5 to 1, 2, 5 to now 7. That will be Locrian to E7 alt. Take alt, then it goes to A major. So A major, B, 2, 5. That will be Dorian to Mixolydian. Then we already switch back to C to A minor, and on the D7 we play Mixolydian, and on the D minor 7 to G is 2-5 again. So let's figure that out. We take it from the B section, I play the melody, and then I enter the improvisation a bit. As I said, follow the main melody and just adapt a little bit to the chords, and that's probably the best way to go. So we're starting from the B section. Yo guys, that was yours, The Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder. I know it was really a fast pace. Jazz guitar tutorials are on a standard are really tough because, you know, there are many ways which lead to Rome on any level. So I just figure out which chords can be played, how the theme can be played, and on the improvisation, it depends upon your abilities. You know, for some of you guys it was too fast, for some of you it was boring. It's really hard to tell. For those who thought it was too fast, go to the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. There is a basic jazz improvisation course. Start there from scratch to learn what is 2-5, 2-5 in minor and all this stuff. And then it's probably not so much too fast. Anyhow, what I was talking about is all available as tabs, not only as real book sheet music, plus this cool backing track where I play the piano. It's also available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy, so please join there if you're a fan of jazz guitar and you want to learn it. That's a good place to be. Join there, and if you love the work which me and Dr. Pink are doing, please support it by subscription, sharing the channel, sharing the website, whatever, and yeah, that's all for the moment. You guys are the sunshine of our life for me and Dr. Pink. See you guys.